Reuters. Thank you. House Republicans, 5 minutes ago, head toward final vote on Trump's sweeping tax cut bill. Yeah, why is it that they have to always release this news or go to vote about something important 30 minutes before NFP or during at NFP? That's ridiculous, isn't it? Could they not do it in 3 hours after NFP? No, they have to do it exactly within that 1 hour when one of the most anticipated data is released. That is the real market manipulation.
Good afternoon, Tomasz.
Hello, Kai. How you doing?
All right, mate. All right. I'm away from my desk today. I'm just joined on my phone. Just wanted to hope you have a good trading session today and the rest of the alphas.
Very good. Thank you so much.
What's your forecast for NFP? You expecting an inflation?
Same as the morning. How you doing? Oh.
Yeah, I did what? I'm away from my desk.
Oh. So same as in the morning. I'm expecting a significantly lower NFP number, same as ADP, but of course there could be surprises. But looking at the data for the past 3 months on ADP and NFP, I firmly believe we're going to see significantly lower NFP today, which is going to be deflationary. It's going to, if you look at the fixed income market, yields already started going down. Just 1 second, I'm going to continue to explain, but I just need to do something. Need to reply to this email. So, hello everyone, good afternoon. It's a boring bunch, isn't it?
Hello, Thomas.
Hello, Yanar.
How are you?
Very good, but nobody wants to speak to me.
Maybe it's summer and everyone thought it's
I don't know. I thought I'm smelling or something's wrong with me.
fishy. Nah, it's okay. You're okay, Thomas. Don't worry.
Wow, on YouTube I can see my top fans. That's insane.
Yeah, they did update that.
Attabalabadana Kanar says gold sell. Yeah, thank you. So, I'm going to go through on the same thing as I explained in the morning briefing for you guys. Starting with the fundamentals and the macroeconomics. Before we do that, I have 2 long positions. Apex Trading says he thinks it will sell because Gaza ceasefire for 60 days agreed. Possible if people, if you think that the Gaza, the war has any weight in the markets after 2 years, it is very much possible. But the Gaza ceasefire, yeah, how many times they agreed on a ceasefire and how many times it was violated over the weekend. They do this every single week. If you remember when Israel was attacked and Israel attacked Hamas, every single week, oh yes, let's have a ceasefire. And on Saturday or Sunday, they broke the ceasefire and war broke out and gold was, flying high. So don't trust neither sides in the war. They're all, yeah, I don't want to put any names on them, but they're all liars. Those who send young people into war. Anyhow, so looking at the markets, you can see that the fixed income market, which is bonds are the fixed income market because they give a fixed yield, fixed return. You can see that the treasury yields on the US short end and long end started to come down. That means fixed income traders and investors are anticipating Fed rate cuts higher and sooner than it was announced 3 months ago. And if you look at the Fed watch tool, you can see already that the market is now pricing in 3 interest rate cuts instead of 2 3 months ago. So things change very rapidly. What could be the reason for the sudden change? Well, not sudden, but what could be the reason for the change of market sentiment in terms of interest rate cuts or Fed monetary policy?
Can be the unemployment or the national debt crisis.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely spot on. There are multiple factors and variables which can contribute to the change in market sentiment regarding Fed monetary policy. But you can see that the market is now pricing in by December 2025, 75 basis point rate cut. That is right here. So majority of people think that the interest rate, base rate, will come down to 350 to 375, which is 75 basis point away, or even more, from the current interest rate, which is 425 to 450. Many things have changed. For example, as mentioned by Kvisa, inflation fear is one of them, mostly because of Donald Trump. Trade, tariffs, policies, all of these, and also the weakening of the US economy. I still have 2 running positions on gold. My bias is bullish. That doesn't mean the market is going to miraculously go up just because I have a bias. Make sure that you always analyze the market by yourself, and make sure that you're ready with a bias. Otherwise, you're going to lose. Ali Balazade, hope there will be no trap or stop loss hunt today. When was an NFP when there wasn't a stop loss hunt or a trap? Always like this. If you look at my chart, even I have 2 possible entry points, and it looks like I'm in a drawdown right now. I'm not afraid to show you I'm in a drawdown, but I have a winning position which actually covers the losses so far, the drawdown. So I'm in an easy situation because we trade almost every day, and this position is from yesterday. Yes, we did 300 pips yesterday on gold. Moving back to the analysis, welcome everyone. So this morning we already discussed with the AlphaFX members all the macroeconomics and fundamentals which drive financial markets. Surprisingly, they are not trend lines and Fibonacci's that drive markets, but fundamentals. I know it's shocking. So today we have NFP. And NFP is just the official ADP issued by the Bureau of Labor Statistics. If you look at the data, you can see that NFP is forecasted 111,000. But if you look at the bigger picture, you can clearly see that month on month, the last 4 months, NFP is decreasing. That means that less jobs being created in the United States of America outside farming. If you look at ADP, which was released yesterday, that was a huge miss. Hands up, whoever saw negative ADP. I
Like you
did.
said, only during COVID.
Yeah,
most likely.
only COVID. I think maybe there was one in 2023, but I can't remember what was that.
Maybe when the Biden they counted a lot of jobs during all year and they just make a small correction, I think. Maybe that.
Could be. But if you ignore this one, the last one was in 2021, which was within the year of COVID. Yeah, I think COVID started 2020 February, officially. That was the debut. God, I have to go back so much. Yeah, exactly a year after COVID. No, that's 2022. No, it was 2022. Oh yeah, there was the reopening in 2021. And in June, minus 20,000. Yeah, that was when COVID really kicked on. And we had 1, 2, 3, 4 occasions in the last 5 or 6 years, or even 7 years, when we had negative numbers. No, actually, in the last 7 years, guys, the last decade, there was only 4 times when we ever had negative ADP. The last decade, 10 years, and 4 of them was in COVID. Insane. Yesterday, ADP just printed another negative number because companies stopped hiring. But they're still posting jobs, like, come work for us. Anyhow, so if you look at the forecast on NFP, you can see the forecast, even the forecast is lower than the previous data. And if you look at the previous data, every single previous data have been revised lower. So not just the actual data is lower, but the previous is forecasted is revised lower. So it's going downhill. So my forecast, based on the last 4 months of data, is heavy surprise to the downside on NFP. How is it going to affect gold? Well, lucky for you, just prepared this beautiful chart. So if we have a lower NFP, less than 100,000 K, and I'm expecting my, actually let's write it down. So my guess on NFP is 30 to 50K, between 30 and 50K. That is my guess. If I'm correct, then we're going to see gold easily reaching to 3,400. Now, if we have a higher NFP, a surprise number, in my translation, then my bias is incorrect, and we're going to see gold dropping below 3,300. Place your bets. Party starting in 20 minutes. What's your bias today?
Well, bullish following ADP numbers, it's the most likely outcome.
But we have to treat ADP with caution, because we saw multiple times that ADP and NFP was just like two different worlds. They were just hundreds and thousands of jobs away from each other. We saw it multiple times. I did burn myself a couple of times, but now looking at the data in the calendar, the last 4 months, the trend because trend is your friend. When I look at the trend, it confirms ADP. Clinton G, what do you think will happen to US 30 today? It's a good question. How can you speak, Clinton? Or do you want me to do the whole work alone? Let's analyze it together. Let's have some fun. Muhammad Raza Iqbal says, think market will hit low near daily pivot and then push above. Market is already below the daily pivot, brother. Clinton G, do you have a microphone? Let's do some analysis.
Hello, I'm here.
How you doing? Let's do the analysis together. Are you up for it?
Okay, yeah, go on.
Beautiful, beautiful. Let me just lower the music. So, your question was, what would happen to US 30, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me pull up the chart on US 30. So, let's do the same analysis as I did for gold. How long have you been a member? Clinton, how long have you been a member?
Yeah, about 2 years.
2 years. Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, it's good. I like the community. Everyone's trying to help each other, which is good.
After 2 years, still enjoying it. Wow. I wish my wife would say that. Okay. So, two scenarios. Price can go up and down, right? We can all agree on that. Yeah. So, today, if NFP comes out significantly higher than expected, way above 100,000, 200,000, like something ridiculously high, is it inflationary or deflationary?
Hang on, let me get my head around that. That is deflationary.
Think about it. More jobs being created in the economy, more people gets paid, more money is being spent, more money circulating in the economy.
Yeah, is that not deflationary? Would that not make gold go down and then?
So if more money being spent in the economy, that's generating, more money is circulating, changing hands.
Oh, okay. So you're saying that would be inflationary?
I didn't say, you said it. Well done. Yeah, it's inflationary. Yeah, perfect. So it's inflationary. If it's inflationary, if you would take Jay Powell's job, and if you see that, oh shit, these people actually work, they get paid, shit, the economy is booming, would you lower interest rate?
No, I think I'd keep it the same.
Yeah. Higher for longer. Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
Because
everyone can afford it.
Yeah, there's still too much money in the economy. Exactly. Yeah. So if you have high NFP, that means interest rate expectation goes back from 75 to 25 basis point. 75 to 50 basis point, 3 to 2 interest rate cuts. That's going to put more pressure on companies' balance sheets, cash flow, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But they pretty much get used to it because interest rates are high for 4 years now. So nothing new. 3 years, 4 years. But two ways. Either indices go down because the higher rates for longer, or indices go up because that means more money is circulating, more people get jobs, so they have money to spend, right? Which one would you choose out of these two scenarios?
Sorry, I got distracted there. I was just adjusting that thing. Could you say that again?
So two scenarios. If we got high NFP, stocks either sell off because interest rates won't come down, or stocks either push higher because the market thinks like, oh, good labor market data, people spending money, they have jobs and money. And by the way, gold is pushing up, guys. I think it's still time to enter a nice long position. Who hasn't entered? going back to your question, so would you think NFP, high NFP, send stocks down or up?
I mean, personally, I'm hoping it goes down because I've got a short on the Dow Jones. But I don't. It never seems to do what I think it's going to do. The Dow. I feel like gold's a lot easier to kind of understand. So
No, you just need to change your perspective because it's two different assets. One of them is risk on, the other one is risk off. If you look at indices, let me help you with this one. If you look at indices, if you're a stockholder, big portfolio, bigger than Warren Buffett, and if you look at, oh shit, there's a weak jobs data, what is the number one thing that pops into your mind if you see a weakening economy?
people are going to spend less money.
Yeah, and after yesterday's ADP, which was negative, would you think about the worst case scenario?
Yeah, I feel like that's a leading indicator to today. So if that was bad, then this should be bad as well.
What's the worst case scenario for indices or to an economy?
People all being out of work.
Yeah, and how do you call it in other words?
What's it called? Not a depression.
2008?
Yeah. I can't think of the word. What is it? It's not depression, it's
the other one with the R.
Recession, that's the one.
Yay!
Yeah, because I'm currently long on gold.
Recession, bro.
Guys,
yay!
I get there.
Who wants to be a millionaire?
At the minute and short on US
30. I would short the shit out of US 30 because let me speed up things because we got 12 minutes. If you see today NFP coming out significantly lower than expected, it's going to scare the shit out of traders and investors. The first thing that they're going to think about it, recession is coming. Recession is coming and nobody's going to spend money on goods and services. If they have no money, they can't spend. And guess what? Those companies they buy from are listed on US 30 or NASDAQ. This is why I'm expecting US 30 to sell to hell today.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks
Good
like
analysis.
It's quite overbought as well, isn't it? So
yeah, you did the whole analysis. Well done.
I did, Sam. You helped me a lot. I do struggle with it sometimes.
Okay, since we're talking about this, how about I put my money where my mouth is, or put my mouth where my money is? No, the other first one. So you helped me analyze US 30. Thank you so much. I'm selling US 30 right now. I just entered right now. 2.5 lots. 2.5 lots. And gonna target, somewhere low, the previous low. Previous resistance. That would give me £2,641. If I win, we'll split the money. Or no, actually I invite you for a burger, all right?
Okay.
So US 30 short, and I'm long on gold.
Yeah, same.
Very good. Great minds think alike.
It looks like US 30 is trying to break the trend on the 30-minute as well.
Sorry, I need to take this call because my wife has a minor surgery. One, two. Sound check.
Loud and clear.
Loud and clear.
Very nice. Okay, those who entered with me to the gold long position, you should be in 70 pips profit by now. Mother tuckers. Let's put some music on. Okay, let me read the... yeah, by the way, Well done, Clinton. You just need to speak a little bit more when I'm not around, and if you want to analyze, just speak out loud. Think. If you can explain something, you understand it. So when it comes to analysis next time, just do the same. If you remember 2 years ago now, you know exactly, I do the same things every single day, the same steps. Macroeconomics, fundamentals, market sentiments, then technicals. There's no magic in there. You just need to think. Just play around like a strategy game. What would the Fed do? What would the investors and traders do? And those of you who want to join to learn this type of analysis, go to alphafx.eu and click on purchase. Link is in the YouTube chat. I do every single day, and you get a bit of shortcut because I send the same analysis to Discord for the members every single day. So let me show you what you get. You get same macroeconomic analysis written out every morning, and I also send out my positions. Like now, I entered into a position. I didn't send this one out, but because we live stream. But in the morning when I enter, or during the day, I do send out stop loss TP screenshot, and you get a macroeconomic analysis, so you understand the positions I take. I always explain it in details. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do every time.
You're right.
Yeah, it's amazing having guidance every day.
Yeah, it doesn't mean I'm bulletproof. I got bad trades, bad weeks. Sometimes I had bad months. Jesus. Beginning of the year was awful. But at least I can explain why I had the stop loss hits. I don't just blame the market makers or poor guys. Imagine. Everyone hates them, but they're actually cool.
It helps that you're quite funny as well, Tom.
Yeah, I know I'm funny. Thank you. Okay, we got 7 minutes left, 6 minutes. Gold position that we entered. Let me show you. So this position was sent out 3 hours before NFP, and it's running about 60 pips profit. Yeah, this was the position that I sent out. Shorting US 30 and long on gold. Full margin Thursday. Hello Pablo B, how you doing? Yeah, I did send out the video about the title was I lost everything, but that was a bit, clickbait. So I didn't lose all my, money. I lost the money that I was allowed to lose on that day, because I think it was like £6,000 in one day, but that was like 3% total, so it wasn't too bad. We got 5 minutes. Can you guys hit the like button on YouTube? I mean, for you guys on YouTube, I'm doing this for free. At least show some love. Hit the like. Leave a comment. Say hi. And now we're entering into the 4th minute. My bias is strong buy on gold and sell on US 30. The reason for that is because I see a trend of a weakening labor market and job market in the US. ADP yesterday printed a negative 33,000. The last 10 years, there was only 4 or 5 occasions when there was negative number, and 4 out of 5, it was during COVID. There was only 1 yesterday, which wasn't during COVID. And if you look at non-farm payrolls, it's in a downtrend. You can see that even the previous data have been revised month on month, lower and lower. Companies are simply not hiring. Hiring didn't just stop, it completely stopped. It didn't slow down, it stopped. That's why my bias is we're going to see a very bad NFP data today, but that's my bias. That's not a financial advice. That's my bias based on my analysis. And you know, we saw surprises at NFP. That's one of the most misforecasted data. So make sure you do your analysis on your own and come to a conclusion and have a bias, because it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. For more daily wisdom, go to alphafx.eu and join the team. And now, 2 minutes, 17 seconds. 1 minute, 50 seconds. We are very close.
Let's hope the job is going to be higher.
Yep. Higher jobless, higher unemployment, lower NFP. We got 1 minute, 30 seconds.
But if it's going to be mixed,
One minute.
I mean,
"40 seconds. I'm expecting significant lower NFP, therefore I'm shorting US 30 and long on gold. We got 30 seconds, and then we'll find out. 20 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. And we got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and NFP should be out. It's higher. That's fucked. That's bad. That's bad for my short positions. But let's have a look in the market. So unfortunately, NFP came out significantly, well, not significant, but higher. And not according to my forecast, so closing down all the sell positions. And waiting. Closing down the US long as well. Yeah, NFP is the most misforecasted. So even the negative number yesterday on ADP.
Yeah, like you said, they don't correlate most of the time.
Yeah. Cheeky bugger. I can only laugh at this one. Good one. Good one. Very nice. Okay. Let's have a look in the market. So, got stopped down to full positions. That was, let's see the damage. I think that was about 2,000 £2,000 damage. NFP got crazily misforecasted. Let's recoup. Okay, don't forget to watch unemployment rate, which actually decreased. So unemployment decreased, non-farm increased. But the previous non-farm payroll have decreased as well. So it reached 147,000, which seems like the bottom. Average hourly earnings decreased, bit mixed data. But looking at purely on NFP, we can't say that US is in a recession because there are still jobs being created. And unemployment rate is decreasing. So based on this, you can see on the chart that gold is now moving sideways. We're still above.
But
Yep.
well, I think it's possible to have the increase in jobs. It's possible that the migrants was sending out, and now the locals are gonna take the over, so it's gonna lower the jobless. It's possible that.
It is possible, but unfortunately we're only going to find out months or years later what is the current demographics in the labor market. So right now, I think I'm entering a long on US 30 because it's still very strong. And looking at NFP, I'm going to risk. You know what? We still have the big and beautiful tax bill, and the Senate is just voting about it. And I think that's going to be the trap today, the whiplash. I think they're going to turn the market upside down at New York Open. Because right now, if you look at TradingView, the market is going to drop most likely to the weekly pivot or just above the weekly pivot. And if they accept the tax bill, that's going to send gold back. It's going to be a double whammy.
Yeah, I like that. The deficit,
How about?
It's way $2
Yeah.
trillion. It's like
That's how they're going to pull down everyone's trousers. That's why market hasn't dropped only 200 pips. Not even 200. It's only 150 pips. That's ridiculously low considering that NFP was strong. And you see the market doesn't want to go down. It may go down to the weekly pivot, but I don't think it's going to reach the weekly pivot, and then it's going to bounce back. If the Senate accepts the big and beautiful tax bill. And in that case, if you look at indices, it's going to be very beneficial for US 30 because it will drive domestic supply and demand. I wouldn't enter into sell. Would I enter into sell now? No, I'm looking for buys. Buy the dip. That's going to be the strategy today. Let me see, what was the damage on gold? Hit. Okay, so I'm going to post the loss which I had on gold today to the group, just to make sure that transparency is still alive. Okay. And I'm just waiting. You guys, market New York Open is coming up in an hour. I think the move has already happened because NFP, but there's still chances. Senate is voting about the tax bill, and we have New York Open, and that's when the market is going to turn around. The only difference is I'm going to lower the long-term target, the higher target, to about 3,380. Gold buy level, I would buy. I would buy at 3,315 or 20. Anything between 3307. Let me just show you in trading view. So I would buy within this zone, in this red rectangle, or green, sorry. So price will dip in. It's going to spoon in, scoop in, and it will bounce back up. I have a strong feeling they accept the bill.
We're going to have ESM2, ESM PMI.
PMI. Oh, you have the PMI as well. Yeah. That's another data.
think
Unfortunately, I won't be here for the PMI data, but you have 4 o'clock non-manufacturing PMI. Now, if non-manufacturing PMI comes out significantly weaker, so we're talking about 45, so if it dips below, it's right on the edge. If it comes out 45, 46, 47, gold will bounce back up. Will bounce back up. So I'm just waiting for dip buying.
But if we look at the export and the export was decreasing, so it's possible PMI going lower or coming 15 only, not like forecast is.
Can you just repeat? Sorry, I'm typing.
Well, I'm looking at the export was decreasing, so I assume yes, PMI going lower, possible. Or what you think?
Yep, possible. Very much possible. Two major economic data, unemployment and NFP. Yes, but we also have the PMI. And usually on Fridays when we have NFP, those people who buy got stopped out because of the sells, because we have PMI, ISM non-manufacturing PMI. And actually price is now in the buying zone. So I'm going to enter into buy now, but only one standard lot. No stop loss yet. It's only 1.5. Sorry, it's only one lot, so no need to set a stop loss for myself yet. And let me send out the analysis for the team members. Yeah, I think it's a good buying level right now. Exactly at this price. So if it comes a little bit lower, I'm going to load in some more. Let me send the analysis for now. Yeah, good buy. Very good buying position. So if ISM PMI, I'm now going to do the second round of analysis because we have another set of data. If ISM PMI comes out significantly lower than expected, gold will go up, dollar will what will happen to dollar if PMI comes out lower?
Are going down shortly.
Yep. Yeah, if ISM comes out lower than expected, gold is going to go higher, but dollar will decrease as well. I need to change this. What about indices? Indices will go down as well. If ISM comes out higher than expected, then gold will decrease. US dollar rise. And indices rise as well. There you go. Okay, let's have a look on trading view. Yeah, I think this is a perfect buying opportunity on gold. Look at that, it stopped. Coming down a little bit lower. Daily pivot at 33.07, so I'm going to widen the stop loss to 3,300, 70 pips below the actual stop pivot. Okay, guys, so that's it for me today. I won't be around for New York Open or ISM PMI. I still have my buy position on gold and my buy on sorry, that's going to be a sell for PMI, because that buy was based on 30-minute gap between New York Open and ISM PMI. I leave the buy on US 30, but if ISM comes out lower than expected, I will sell US 30. So be careful, because the market will change on the ISM. And if you look at TradingView, you can see that price is now very, very close to the weekly pivot. I will be buying the lower it comes. So I'm entering another buy, as you can see right here. Enter another buy, stop loss can go lower. And if it comes down to the pivot, I'm gonna go full margin in. Just kidding. But anyway, that's it for me today, guys. Tomorrow is bank holiday, so it's another long weekend for us. Thank you so much, and see you all next week, Tuesday.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you, Thomas.
Have a good one, guys.
Cheers, Thomas. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Those of you who would like to join the AlphaFX community, you can go to alphafx.eu and you get the same macroeconomic and fundamental analysis every single day. So this is the analysis I just sent out for the members, and I will send out my positions. It's kind of a signal, yeah. So I will send out the analysis. I have strong buy bias on gold. Yes, NFP came out higher than expected. That wasn't it was in the calculation, but it was a surprise for me because I was expecting a lower NFP today based on the weakening US labor market. Thank you so much, guys. And those of you who said it's demo, fuck off, mate. You can see it's not demo. Thank you so much. Have a good one and see you all next week. This is the AlphaFX.